The Google for Games Developer Summit has laid out a new future filled with big potential for Google's cloud gaming platform Stadia, so let's talk about it.
Are you listening?
Hey, welcome back to the Nerf Report. My name is Bryant, and for today's show, let's dive into this awesome Google Stadia news, including the announcement that Google will be opening up its Stadia storefront to users without a Stadia account, along with low change porting for developers, a huge update to Stadia's click-to-play demos, and a closer look at Stadia White Label, which is now being called Immersive Stream for games. Now, there is obviously a lot to unpack there, and we're going to jump right into it, but before we do that, if it's your first time here, make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the upcoming Google Stadia and cloud gaming news. Because let's be honest, as much as was announced today, I am positive we are going to have more videos diving into these topics. Now, the first notable announcement that Google made today was that the Stadia storefront would become accessible to anyone without needing a Stadia account. And while this will likely go into effect in the upcoming weeks, according to Google, this means that anyone will be able to access and search the full Stadia store, along with seeing the 200 plus games, the 50 plus Stadia Pro games, publisher sales, or any of the 100 plus games coming to Stadia this year. And on top of that, Stadia's click-to-play demos and trials will also be available to anyone without new players needing to pay or have access to a Stadia account to play, bringing us one step closer to that try out a game via Stadia from a YouTube video that was teased when Stadia was initially announced. Now, it's definitely worth clarifying here. I did reach out to Google to ask, what does anyone mean? Because shout out to my Stadia hopefuls in Latin America and India. I got you, boo. And Google did respond back and say that while the company did say anyone, it's still restricted to users in those 22 countries where Stadia is available. However, going back to Stadia's click-to-play trials for a second, Google did reveal that during the initial testing back in October of 2021, this feature led to a 35% increase in click-through rates compared to traditional buy or claim messages, along with a 70% increase in player engagement. In fact, if you want to try out Stadia's click-to-play trial, you can do so by clicking the link in the description of this video. That's right, by clicking that link, viewers of this video will be able to play Gearbox's third-person roguelike shooter Risk of Rain 2. And as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this game is accessible to everyone, both Stadia players and non-Stadia players. And I would like to send a special thanks to the folks at Google and the team at Stadia for sharing that link with me and of course with my audience. Now, leading up to this event, a lot of the interest and speculation was surrounding the technical session called How to Write a Windows Emulator for Linux from Scratch, with a lot of people assuming that this would be where Stadia would reveal a new tool which would instantly port Windows games to the Stadia platform. However, it turns out this session was not showing off a finished tool for Stadia developers. Instead, it was a discussion on the core concepts that would allow developers to run a Windows emulator on Stadia, similar to tools like Wine or Proton on Linux. Now, that being said, Google did announce some new tools and functionality that will help developers bring their game to Stadia, including a new initiative called Low Change Porting, which targets lowering the engineering costs and time to launch a game on Stadia. Low Change Porting includes libraries that auto-translate DirectX. Google has increased support of Unity and the Unreal Engine, along with cloud-native playtests and quality assurance workflows. And low change porting is something that Google and Stadia are already testing with 10 studios, including the likes of Paradox Interactive, Team 17, Steelwool Studios, Wired Productions, Handy Games, Legacy Games, Milestone, Saber Interactive, and Nacon. Now, as far as first-hand experience with low change porting went, Tim Schroeder, the CEO of Massive, Miniteam, and Handy Games, spoke about using these tools and said, Stadia is offering a clean API and good documentation. Google provides a platform where we can easily work, and Massive, Miniteam, and Handy Games are happy to bring over more titles for the future. Which brings us to the final announcement from today's summit, and that was the reveal of Google's business-to-business Stadia White Label offering, Immersive Stream for Games. ISG will allow customers to utilize Google Stadia's cloud gaming technology, along with all the advancements that Google has made in cloud gaming. And most recently, we saw AT&T take advantage of ISG by allowing all AT&T customers to play Batman Arkham Knight for free. And with ISG, Google is extending free trials, subscription bundles, even complete storefront experiences to publishers and developers. With Google also reiterating that features like low change porting and click-to-play trials will be available to all Immersive Stream for Games customers. And since AT&T embraced ISG technology last year, AT&T Vice President Jake Carey has revealed that Batman Arkham Knight has been played by thousands of users, and the company is now extending support to both web browsers and mobile devices. And on top of that, AT&T also announced a second game now being available to their customers. And you know, at the end of the day, I mean, these are some pretty solid announcements for Google. Personally, I have been asking Google to explain how Stadia and Stadia White Label will coexist, and I feel like they did just that. In fact, Stadia's head of product Dov Zimring said, in partnership with Google Cloud, we are working to build the underlying cloud gaming technology that powers both Stadia and our customers' offering via Immersive Stream for Games. A rising tide for cloud gaming lifts immersive streams for games as well as Stadia, and we are excited for what's to come in 2022 and beyond. 2022 and beyond. You know, that right there might be the biggest takeaway from today's event. But enough from me. What do you all think about today's announcements? Which one was your favorite? I love getting to read your comments, so please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you haven't done so already, slackers, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I mean, we are almost at 10K subscribers, and it would mean the world to me if you could help us get there. Until next time, thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next video. Hey, thanks again for checking out our channel. If you like what you saw and you want to see more content just like it, which who wouldn't, hit the subscribe button right there. And while you're down there, hit the like button. Maybe even consider becoming a Nerf Report best friend, just like the people listed down below did. In fact, don't you want to see your name there? I know I do.